Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a new video on the channel. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It's an update video with the latest transfer news from the last couple of days since my last video. Again, the incomings are a little bit slow at the moment. There's been a little bit more news on incomings, which I suppose is positive in a way. But we'll get into that. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below and smash the like button as well. And thank you so much. We hit 20,000 subscribers over the weekend, which means so much to me, guys. So yeah, if you haven't already, keep smashing that subscriber button, and hopefully we'll hit our next milestone very, very soon. But over the weekend, we had some transfer news and rumours about an incoming signing from Bayer Leverkusen. Amine Adli, the Moroccan international attacking midfielder, has been linked with a potential move to Molineux. It said that, well, it was Saturday afternoon. It was actually during the Stoke game. This initially broke and then built over in Germany. It followed up on it on Sunday as well. Wolves have reportedly made a concrete offer for the player. Leverkusen hold now around for 30 million euros. There's been other bids saying about 25 million. So I'm not too sure. Now, I've been told from somebody that it's not as advanced as that as of yet. So still very early days on this one, if I'm honest. But in terms of goals and assists per 90, it's not too bad. But he's had quite bad luck with injuries. He had some nasty breaks of the bones due to nasty tackles and so on. But still a talented player, but just needs to be playing football. So I think you can't really look at his actual goals and assists. But if you sort of break it down and look at the minutes played and what he's contributed during those minutes, it's potentially a good signing for Wolves. However, with that valuation, I just can't see Wolves reaching that high. There's going to have to be a compromise somewhere if Wolves do want to pursue this deal. But I mean, Adli at the moment could potentially be an option for Wolves. But like I said, very, very early days on that one. We had one break last night as well. A player that I have mentioned before, Vladimir Coufal. Of course, Wolves potentially looking at the right back option. I understand that Keanu Hoover is going to be sticking around for the time being. Played again against Stoke. Said some good things on Saturday evening in his interview with the club as well. But Wolves probably do want to get somebody in there, somebody else in there, I think, who's a sort of maybe potential, maybe with experience. Obviously, we missed out on Mark Pubel over the last week or so. But Vladimir Coufal is a name that was mentioned by Alex Crook of TalkSport yesterday. It's a player that Wolves are said to be keeping an eye on. Again, I've been told that there's nothing much in this one as of yet. I'm not to say it won't happen. I think later on in the window, if Wolves are very, very desperate, it may be a move that they look at. But, I mean, in terms of quality, Semedo, in my opinion, is much, much better than Coufal. I think as an experienced option, a bit part player, then maybe the option, maybe it'd be okay. But it's not something I'm too excited about. If I'm completely honest. Again, another player that I mentioned previously, Mihailo Ivanovic from Milwall. Debut season in England last year in the Championship and really impressed at Milwall. Wolves have apparently inquired again a couple of times to try and find the conditions of a potential deal for the 20-year-old. But Milwall have slapped a £15 million asking price on the player at the moment. So again, it remains to be seen whether Wolves do go on and pursue that deal. Players are number 9, be a good option. But again, I mentioned this to somebody earlier. I did a podcast earlier on, and I think we definitely need to strengthen our forward areas. But at the moment, we've still got too many excess players, in my opinion. Fabio Silva, who I'll mention in a minute. Enzo Gonzalez probably needs to go out on loan. Then you got the issue of Gonzalo Guedes and Huang. There's a lot of players there to fill just such short roles. So I've no doubt once Wolves are able to move those sort of players on, that's when they can bring in other players. But at the moment, I just think we're too top heavy in certain areas, and that's probably why Wolves just need certain dominoes to start falling, and then they can bring players in. One of those dominoes that may well fall is Sam Johnstone. Now, we've just been waiting. It's pretty clear that he hasn't got a future at Wolves, although, again, he played another 45 minutes or so on Saturday. Apparently, Johnstone is Burnley's top goalkeeper target to replace James Trafford. Now, Trafford is set to go to Manchester City, returning to his old club. Sunderland have also had an interest in Sam Johnstone, but with Burnley now, I thought they might look at Sam Johnstone or Aaron Ramsdale, and as of right now, Aaron Ramsdale looks like he might be going to Newcastle. So Sam Johnstone now has just got a clear path straight to Burnley. Around £8 million is what we probably expect to be getting for Sam Johnstone. Not worked out, but again, that frees up £8 million in the budgets. That might help nudge things along a little bit more. But they're the sort of players. I mean, goalkeeper, you don't need 4 first-team goalkeepers or 4 goalkeepers in your squad. Johnstone moves on. Yes, we lose a homegrown player, but maybe gives us a little bit of flexibility to bring in another player or two. And another player who I have just mentioned, Fabio Silva as well. Now, with Fabio, we don't know the situation there. He's not taking part in any of the pre-season friendlies as of yet. Still recovering from an injury from the back end of last season. There was an interesting picture of him and Domenico Tete sat alongside Vitor Pereira before the Stoke City game. It might just be a general conversation, but it could be a little bit more. It'd be interesting to see. But Rudy Galletti with Team Talk today had done an article, and Rudy Galletti's been pretty switched on with the whole Fabio Silva saga, to be honest. But Eintracht Frankfurt at the moment are the club looking most likely to potentially make a move for Fabio Silva. Of course, they've got a lot of money coming recently for Hugo Ekitike. They might move in for Fabio Silva as a replacement. AS Roma have been linked previously. They're still in the race. RB Leipzig as well. RB Leipzig more than likely if someone like Benjamin Sesko moves on. But Roma in the race. But again, so with Roma and Leipzig, you'll need other players to be moved on and money to be freed up if they're going to be the ones to sign him. But Eintracht Frankfurt and the Bundesliga, which was a destination touted months ago for Fabio Silva, may well be the place he could end up. At the moment, it says that Wolves are still hoping for 20 to 25 million euros for Fabio Silva. And like I mentioned, just that sort of money starts coming in, you free up space in the squad, the dominoes start falling into place. It's not been an ideal window for Wolves so far. The deals haven't been done early. We know Vitor said ideally he wanted them done early. Last weekend he sort of tracked back a little bit. I think he understands it is a very difficult market right now. I've seen David Moyes moan about it at the market as well. Brentford are struggling. Fulham are struggling to bring players in. Wolves aren't the only ones in this boat. And I think, unfortunately, it is going to have to be a little bit of a waiting game just for the right deals to pop up, the right players to pop up and bring into Molineux. And hopefully, the closer you get to the season, you'll have more players pushing for moves, more players sort of realising they may not get the minutes they want at their current clubs, and that's when Wolves can swoop in and get these deals done. But yeah, 28th of July, not quite in August as of yet. A busy week for Wolves. We play on Wednesday, which I'll be at and looking forward to. We play on Sunday in Girona, which I'll be at and I'm really looking forward to. But hopefully in between I have some positive news for you guys and we can bring in some new players. As always, guys, though, thank you for watching and be sure to smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next one.